Welcome back to the Tiger's Den. Tonight's episode, we're going to be talking about the third pillar from the previous metagame before the most recent bannings, as we lead up to Pro Tour number 1 in New Jersey on Friday. So our third pillar from that was Prism. Prism is an interesting study because she does things that, well, no other hero really does in this game. Her power particularly comes from her majestic weapon, Luminars. And in more than one way. It makes all her auras basically have one attack for free. And if you've got a card with a yellow color strip in the pitch zone, all her attacks go again. The deck can play on two different angles. It can lock you down with auras. And it can play large illusionist attacks. Beyond Luminars, Vestige of Soul is one of the pieces of equipment that she uses. This is a light equipment, so Bolton can also use this. But it basically produces additional resources if you've put a card into your soul this turn, as long as you're pitching a light card. The other major piece that she has as part of her equipment suite is Phantasmal Footsteps. It has several important pieces of text here. The first part is the first time each turn that an illusion attack is destroyed, you can pay 1 and gain an action point, which basically, normally it's interesting. I'll go over what her R's do in a minute. But you can also it also sort of has the ability of the like the Rampart of the Ram's Head, where you can give this thing a defense, but the problem is if it defends a high enough non-illusionist attack, then you have to destroy it. But against things like Kodachis and mirror matches, etc., you're not going to have to worry about that. So, Prism can play either the aura plan, where it will death by 1,000 cuts by attacking you for 1 for each of the spectral shields or their other auras that are in play, or that she can hit you with big illusionist attacks. The other thing that she does that's very important, she plays a lot of cards at instant speed. Typically, usually you're not going to find a ton of cards in the game that you can do that with. Wizards have ways of doing that. Ruin Blades occasionally have ways of doing that, but illusionists, they want to be playing cards on your turn. Arclight Sentinel is a big one because it basically forces you to attack this thing. Now, Spectra is the important piece of text here. It can be attacked, but when it's attacked, the combat chain automatically closes and this thing is destroyed. The attack itself does not actually resolve. What that means is if an attack has go again, because the attack never resolved, you'd never go again, never triggers, so you don't get your action point. Now, there's several other illusionist auras that are extremely important to her game plan if you're going for the aura version of the plan. Genesis is one of those. It's also an instant. It lets you just put any card from your hand into your soul. If it's an illusionist card, you get a spectral shield token. If it's a light card, draw a card. And if it's both, you get both. It also has Spectra, so it can be attacked. Parable of Humility basically reduces action cards that's swinging at her by 1, both attacking and defending. The defending part is very important for the aura, or for the Herald side. And this is a painful one. Merciful Retribution. Whenever aura or attack action card you control is destroyed, deal 1 arcane damage to the hero. If it was a non-token light card, add it to your soul. So if they prioritize attacking your auras and you have 1 or more of these down, you're going to do a lot of damage to your opponent. Now, there were some additional illusionist auras that were printed in Everfest that have also helped make this deck much stronger. So we have Haze Bending, which gives you additional spectral shield tokens if some of your non-token auras are destroyed. Passing Mirage, which the first illusion attack each turn loses and can't gain Phantasm, which is chef's kiss amazing. And Pierce Reality, that gives the first one +2. These 3 cards really push the aura deck forward. Now, the big attacks in the deck are the Heralds. They're cheaper and higher power than a lot of other attacks, but they do have a drawback of Phantasm, which means if it's defended by a non-illusionist attack with 6 or more attack, this card is destroyed and the combat chain closes. When it closes, if it had go again, you're not going to get the action point for that. That's important. That's why Phantasmal Footsteps is so good at getting you to the next level of being able to play another attack that turn or play another aura. And many of these have high attack to cost ratios. If it hits, it goes to your soul, so it's fueling your ability to make spectral shield tokens. And there's multiple of these. The cheap War Tune Heralds. Alright, so the issue now for Prism is you didn't have any cards banned or moved to the suspended list during this recent ban and restricted announcements. You have a better matchup versus Guardian, versus Starvo, versus Oldham, versus Old School Bravo. That deck got Starvo got weaker. It's still a very good deck, but it did get weaker. removing Viserai from the equation as the third pillar of the group means that you're going to have a tougher time facing the aggro decks. The aggro decks, particularly being things like Briar, Chain, and Prism used to have a very bad matchup against Katsu. So, which build of Prism are players going to be on? Are they going to be on the Aura build? Are they going to be on the Herald build? Or are they going to be somewhere in between? Packing a suite of both of those cards to switch in and out of your deck based on matchup. I'm not sure where Prism is going to fall in this metagame. She's still definitely going to be there. But I don't know how represented, how powerful she's going to be based on the knowledge that Chain is much better now. Okay, so that was the three pillars of the format previously: Starvo, Viserai, and Prism. Tomorrow night, for the last lead-up episode to the Pro Tour, I will be talking about the new boogeyman of the format, if you will. One that we know very well. His name is Chain. Until next time, there is no escape from the tiger.